ti fonu pomoji ayi adebe egben keke fa wona na adomi agbo kele egben keke fa tanya ma emokobo wonu dropa etafide anya ike aflaga chola ne ndisi nya ha pasanyala wo echo heda go ba wonu na adashi de ejina yobo yo agagbo ahuyo pa enyanwa wonu etafide me egba nena maki afato amoko ataglobe Jirudu mahafa alo hafa gadana amodola alo amodola ola dukomu na gobubu ma amakoba afata ken ofori ata biacho amayo kanya amachelo la so fama alo appointment committee ogbo wagbo adon kaka bubu hana dodokpo alo epanu matete de aleke imala du ama fifila ota eya kpobubu enye yo ka adomi agbole egbetome I'm happy that azo mia agara nya jojo ma chito emekobele egben kekaji ahwonu ega nonyi de anya ike afato alo senyala chatu chikata kanya aflaga chola ike chonya koire hwonu pa senyala o ahada gubo hwonu nanna mo yo be yo ahagbo ahu yo panya ngbo yo atamu afano jenmensa kenya akodanya jikpela ko ava adakavia mekenu tafakpo dakama habia gbe ya hwonu tafira magba kale egben dia hafiwa aje wona goma emokoba senyala na aflaga chola afato chatu chikata donko ejina hwonu be la echeva ya yongla agbana de na hwonu bo wana yo monu popo legben kekajia yo afonu ahanya kude bebiado yoko bia la hwonu echova ike goma sasama batutu tayo ahanya kude na fa nyanchi ase goma chito hafi yo atede anya ike yo kodade anya nchi bo yo akunchonchi yo deje shebe anya yo katanka yo onwere gbalama ese yo kaji yo zoru hafi ngro anya katan onwere gbalama hakpede na fa nyanchi etawa adamu alu hwonu na adamu bo yo adru hama gba hafi agade anya ntontoji.
My lords, at the close, right at the close of yesterday, when I sought leave to respond to counsel for the respondent's submission, a question came from the bench in respect of whether, based on your ruling that you delivered on the 11th, whether the position that I was taking could hold. And I believe your lordship read a passage of your ruling at that point. My lords, we have respectfully sought your permission to have that matter fully argued, because it really came right at the end of the proceedings yesterday. And we believe that in the interest of justice, it will be appropriate that that important legal matter should be aired fully. And we have attached to our letter to your lordships, we have attached some of the authorities that we intend to rely upon in order to make clear that the position that we have taken, or that we are taking in respect of that point that was raised, is the legally accurate position. And we believe that it will be in the interest of justice that we all be given a chance to make arguments on the matter.
Amanya senyala chatu chikata panya ko hada gonzia alaba wono madashida jolo wono panya no edeje shebe anya yo kata ke wo boyo apunu chonchia onweda agbana ike ochana yo ma yo kpo hota mega hia ba yo agadro nyama ma hafi aida nya bugwa de kejiu.
Council, with due respect, it's a legal point, and we've taken notice of it. Yes. So don't worry. It is a legal point which the authorities have been cited. You certainly look at it.
Koyejia amakoba bono noinde enyaike sanyala chatuchi katalo aflaga chola pesanyala o hedego be bono nanamo nukpokpo yo akagbo ahu yo kwanya nukple susubo yo atan anamo alo afano jen mensava nukpoda kalu ntepokpoda kaviam ahabia gbekude dowo wo dowole akodanya mangukele egumama amakobe wono deje shebe akpa okatan pesanyalo yo kenye ameke kunya va hono pesanyalo prame yo ke nchu chonyalo pesanyalo wa okatan opungu yo se alebe yo pejiji onyebe nanyeba yo hia alo yo dajeshi alo yo nye yo pejiji bo yo akplo afano jen mensa va hono yo akpleve ga ka hafi yo akpleve ehia be sanyala chachu chikata na ponu adeke wa daji fona yo alo akoble yo no hafi yo atam akpleve ga ka lefanu puma ma wonana kalo glonya de keke daji fona yo lo alo ble yo ike abebe yo akplo afano jen mensa va hono alo adi da ka gwam hana nu popo klo de susumata yo atafide na nfa nyame.
Conclusion, we wish to reiterate that by settled practice and in the absence of express rules to that effect, a trial judge, just like this court, in this trial petition, has a wide discretion to European proceedings before a judgment is rendered. That discretion, however, one which should be exercised sparingly and with restraint, as motions to reopen necessarily involve a balancing of the accountability of counsel for decisions regarding the prosecution of this case and the interests of justice. Accordingly, in weighing the propriety of reopening proceedings to permit no additional evidence to be led or tendered, the court would typically consider the following broad questions. Would the evidence, if it had been presented during the trial, have had any influence on the result? 2. Could the evidence have been obtained before or during trial by the exercise of reasonable diligence? The court will also assess the relevance, necessity, and materiality of the proposed evidence, the effect, if any, the reopening may have on the expeditious conduct of the trial at large, and the importance of the integrity of the trial process, and finally, whether the other party will be prejudiced if the reopening is allowed or a miscarriage of justice perpetrated if it is not. As we've already indicated in this ruling supra, the petitioner in this application has not given us an inkling of the new or fresh evidence he wants to bring to the fore through the chairperson of the first respondent, and how that evidence could assist the court to do justice in the matters under consideration in this petition. Neither has he disclosed how that evidence will advance the course of his petition. For the above stated reasons, we find no merit whatsoever in the petitioner's application to reopen his case for the sole purpose of compelling his adversary's intended witness to testify through a subpoena without indicating the sort of evidence he intends to solicit from the said witness and how that evidence is going to help the court in resolving the dispute before us. We accordingly refuse the application and proceed without any hesitation to dismiss him.
As the court pleases.
We are grateful to the court. My lords, we are most grateful.
Gobuma amakoba le wonu apanya machecho vomegba ndc jina hafa sanyala oponu nenya jojo dola kude ale wonu dropa mak dashide opa enya jiota o edaje sheba agbe wonu ano mede yoji alma fifina yoga ka wa shime salata anyare ke mala yoshi ke yo aglo alebe nu kenchi yo mfo la kwenyebe apana jenmen sai kenya akodanya chikola awona ne ke achichitrere Ghana tulisanchi eyaji ko yo chichitrere ba numo kokko na jen
Today, the Supreme Court gave a decision in which it basically said that Mrs. Jane Adukwe Mensah will not be compelled, to testify. In our view, the court was wrong. In our view, the reasons of the court were based upon wrong legal premises. But the Supreme Court is the final decision maker when it comes to the law. And we have no reason not. We are bound by what it has said, this morning. We cannot depart, from it. but lead counsel for the petitioner has indicated that he is filing an application for review with respect to the earlier decision rendered on the 11th of February relating to their decision with respect to the compellability of the witness testimony of the Electoral Commission. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the press, the Supreme Court asked itself a question which we deem was a wrong question and answered that question. It said, why does the chairperson need to account to the people of Ghana when she's not a party to the suit? Now, you recall that counsel made it very clear that one of the reasons why we are in court is because of the unconstitutional conduct of Mrs. Jane Aduke Mensah as the returning officer under the Constitution. And it is not true that there is only one issue that needs to be determined in this matter. I am surprised that the Supreme Court itself, having set down 5 key issues to be determined, is now reducing the issues to one, which is whether and the extent to which the evidence that we have led shows that no one got more than 50% of the votes in accordance with Article 63 of the Constitution. But we had made abundantly clear in the petition that there were a number of infractions. We are contesting even the constitutionality of the declaration that was made. We are saying that she violated Article 23 of the Constitution because she's an administrative, body. We have also said her exercise of discretion was contrary to Article 296 of the Constitution. These are all germane issues under the Constitution and laws of Ghana. And to reduce the petition into a single issue petition is rather unfortunate and smacks of a predetermined agenda to rule against the petitioner in this matter. The Supreme Court was called upon this morning to exercise discretionary power, judicial discretionary power with respect to whether we should reopen our case. Now, in doing so, the court was bound by the provisions of Article 296 of the Constitution, and we think that the reasons, as I've said, that the court gave are not acceptable. They are not tenable. The reason is simply because you cannot expect that we should have made our evidence, the evidence that we're going to present to the court, available ex ante or before the fact, so that the court will now determine whether or not this is evidence that will help the case. In any case, the petition and other pleadings filed before the court makes it clear, and any trained lawyer will know that the pleadings show very clearly the evidence that would be led in order to be able, to prove the facts in issue. And so for the court to say that we were bound by law to make our evidence available for it to assess before allowing us to reopen our case is a legally problematic proposition. And therefore, we disagree with the court. We think that the court, by this decision, has not done the people of this country a great service, in the sense that Ghanaians are interested in knowing the truth. Our Constitution is very clear that justice emanates from the people and must be exercised in the name of and for the welfare of the people. The justices today have not given us a reason to believe that they want the people of this country to know the truth about what happened, that they want the people of this country to be able to say why figures kept changing on from the 9th of December till date. If you go to the website of the Electoral Commission, the figures have changed 5 times. Are we not worried as a nation that the returning officer appointed under the Constitution cannot even explain to us what happened? She made a declaration based upon a figure that she herself changed without recourse to the law. Is this something that we want public officers to be, engaging in? And secondly, she's a public officer. And as a public officer, she's accountable to the public. She's paid with taxpayers' money. Why is it that she cannot be called to testify? Why is she being treated as if she's a private person? Why is she being treated as, why does the court treat this important constitutional matter under Article 64 of the Constitution, something that could have been brought by an ordinary citizen of this country, as if it is a mere private matter, as if we are involved, as I said a few days ago, with a debt collection matter? This is not a debt collection matter. This is not a commercial litigation that we are engaging. And so we are highly disappointed with the decision of the court. Maybe the issues that we have raised today will feature in the review application that we have brought before the court.
The motion for stay.
And we are also filing a motion for stay of proceedings pending the hearing of our review application. So thank you very much if you have any questions.
NPP o oponu kudanya nchi o daje sheba nya ike glom NDC tolebe nya tapa na jegwa nya tapa kwenye ba zuklola na nodan kwa kufuado edujila akwa ike wo edamale gana paduli sangu alaba wowe o daje sheba wako fa dasidi du alu nu ike difia ba zuklola maduji wonu akovega ka o matem okove nunu ate o ejibe ameke kpo akodanya jalo kodara jipala gana ba no da kama na ebe yo bia nya de odonchi aka yo akwe awonya ebe enye dase na yo nana make ha aflaga chola apato John Mahama menya do no wamba yo akoda dukojo ka bunwa de eyam topo do kujijita womdo be yagatam akpumon aga chitrere ma aba aflaga chola ne NDC nya ha ne la akoda da ke da kolela fa akpa kple bla evo ename.
Court said that the major issue, it didn't say there was a single issue before it. It said the major issue. And time again, colleagues, we have read out to you the 5 issues that the court is seeking to determine. And the court says that the major one, and I believe in the minds of every well-meaning Ghanaian who has been following, and I indeed heard it from your questions, the major issue, you forget what they said earlier that they had won. The major issue they brought to court was that nobody had crossed the 50% threshold. And everybody's been looking forward to them adducing evidence to prove this. They have been trying in the last 1.5 weeks to shift it to a new constitutional accountability argument. And the court reminded us the last time that you came here under Article 64(1). The court today has said that the major issue, why do you then decide to mislead the public that the court has reduced the petition to a single issue petition? I think it is very unfortunate, and we must start off by correcting some of these issues. Now, they talk about the truth, and that the truth must come out. The truth must come out. What is the truth? The truth is what the EC chair has declared as at now, that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo validly elected because he got more than 50% of valid votes cast. The truth is what is backed by the results of the 38,000 polling stations, or the 275 constituencies, or the 16 regions, which anytime we give them a calculator to calculate, they get 47% for Mr. John Dramani Mahama, 51.2% for Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. That is the truth. If you come to court claiming that there is another truth, you have to lay it before the court. So where is the truth that you say you want to lay before the court? You remember when the court asked them, they said they had left their truth at home. They did not bring their truth to court. So which truth is the court supposed to look at? The presumption of regularity is before the court, and you say there's another truth. Where is it? And you say you won't bring it. And that the EC chair must be compelled to get into the box so that you can conduct some surgery and explore the truth out of her. We are not being fair to the people of Ghana if we continue to change the goalpost at every hearing. Now, they continue to make this argument that the Supreme Court is shielding the EC chair or preventing her from getting into the box. The court has said over and over again, and we hope that our colleagues on the other side will pay attention to what the court is saying. The court has said that you cannot compel her to get into the box. She will elect. Indeed, your own argument earlier was that she had elected to get into the box. And the court, after listening to the argument, showed that no election had taken place. So that argument falls flat on its face. Why do you now come and tell the people of Ghana that the Supreme Court is shielding her and preventing her from getting into the box? Because she is somebody or a party who you have brought to court. And the rules settled from the beginning that you cannot compel her. Whether you come by subpoena or you come by any other instrument, you cannot compel her. This argument, therefore, that the Supreme Court is shielding her is one that, again, our colleagues in the media, I think you have to be very quick to call out and let the public know is not true.
NPP tinya ha ho no popo le pono pa nyama chocho vomegbe alabana mi gara nya jojo bubuma amakoba apoto kwesi amoko ata meke wo achia alo toshi ejibe wa awo no makukupli alo awo dodokpo ni wa akodo deshi aba ameke kpona emonya ojile dukomeni a adida go vavie be jiduru matan akhafa na amodola o alo contractor o katan le dukomo adaje shebe le afana yova imua jidudu Gwagwara Saraba yatam akhafana nanamfa dola ogakea matanje ajina namao aijiba manya jiruru padudo nyaba ya agble nanamfa amaodi fama khama nawo kada je sheva vieba yonya va vieba amama walo modola wa hafi wopa Ghana no nchi opanya jinu omato alon keke bla asheke ko ajaba na akhafana alaba danu katafi o ma akhafana wa enyaba le meka COVID-19 dola gara dukoma afa ba dukopa egaji vachu alaba anububu kan ogara mato dola mata eweba agaika yo akko khafana nanamfa amodola alo amodola wa magatang value ko khafana ayata nanyaba anu tantro alo mokokwali ba anu atang atro ayata na angotro ye anu tan ajajinwe kwa yo adonu gbo yo aha ofa afona o aleke wo aje ayata la gobu ma yo khana fana amasama alo contractor alo modola da shada da ayiji alo yo khana fana dodon da klemina da ke mano emu ka agbonya yo kata leimeke wono afanu matem po alo dodokpo omne hana adoda da ashine leimeke amamada hanno la sawa fa bubuto Haruna Idrisu edieba modola la dukoma gbogbomba yo makpo jijore aleke yo wonwo da aleke o mafaham na ye o da o ha o globa o china magba fi hana fana yo ka da o ha globa la o fafahama o chiana amola amuma hafi akhana fana o la susumata nu kanya nui ko watan aglo chonchi alaba apato amakwata adanya maglo ne maba nanya ba anu tantro nu sanu jajinwia ahafana nanam modola okatan la jukoma yafa nu kpala bavio mi ahodo mchocho piara na mi gbonya jojo bubu la klalo mi ahavena mi ga ka hafi mi aya don kwajiba Voter Grants Award Academy agodomna amganu to agodomna ahwazukola fa plug baba yedwago ala ba mi aje odo ba gama deba amganu to na wa ada akpana mi na make gama adaba odo kata na klena jukona kpo tawe miedo Voter Grants Award wana anyi ba mi acho adejeshi wanu tafalo dumevi wanu tafo yo pepamna amganu to Voter Grants Award, the pride of the Voter Grants Award egbona plejo to ha jona li plejo nenema yo na ho na hanuma kokoda share the 0555 716212 0555 716212 bohana kpogo malama alabodu anina so koma no lawo mi afa this you alomo mafia ama yoka edoto he womla mi afa mganu to amakwa odri anyiba wako ada akpana adonku ojiba wowedo wom ado ayeko klodono nawo nene maki ha mi la Facebook pro YouTube jagba na like mi na share mi ho do mchocho piare na mi atrova mi etragbo azamia idanya jojoji emakoba dukpela na danko ekufado edemona Ghana agbale stronya jikpo fabo wado ashi 6 March ikewindu na peshapo alo Ghana podo kishi hokoza pe amato wado ashi ejide aleke COVID-19 dolela kwani no de dukomata lenya no de jeshebe azaya lodo kishi hokoza anya azaike Ghana du na peshapo le fajinu etokon keke adagbe ke ohodo kishi alaba le fe ya ma Ghana hokobla adavo enne kakana dolela ta aleke odunele dukopanu to de share ma banu to de share kpana go mala ma dola plus kuvio kata ozo na zoli dona vivida azanu kpana jijwa magaji jagana na modale ke dolela va ijilo dukoma alegbegbeta alabawo edeje shena nuto kata mbala fe ya ma na mpo wana de ke ma vajo na nyeba na avaji na ma ha ke ekwamu so ya de ko wanyewa awole tanokwa ike manya nuto de share mu dale ke COVID-19 dolela ava ajim aloga subore jila dukomata alaba wada je sheba le dukoma fa dolela COVID-19 dolela fa anyauma dolela yoke le dukoma alo ama yoke ga kodo le do fa le dukoma fe wonya ama akpa andre alofa nyibla ato ikenya 7850 Amayoka new cases alo case ye amayoka nchoga po dollar nkeka jonya ama alofa the black tover the 656 amayoka trauma gbato na po dollar ma o bosusu menya ama alofa tobla and never Kenya 542 ka choi meke dollar gara to come master fifia ama akpabla and driver the alofa vo sheke bla sheke vo Kenya 76,492 onye America $1 to come happy ama akpagato okpo haya that's so yatawo adaje sheba dokushi hoho alo Independence Day kemiduna Ghana pa shapa fa yamato ma vajo daleke dolela gasubore juko amata lenya jejobu ma amakobe ganya jikpala na duko afato kenufori ata enwa agbala na Kenya amachalo so fama alo appointment committee le so takpe fama ba wa agbugbo adon keke bubu hana do po wana alo ye fanu matata po de do feke wo da ye shalo jibo yo acho na yeta le afanya no adaje sheba ye matam anonyi le ayi ke odo ikenya ya da fajinu afanu keke bi enyi agbe ke odo bo yo akunu malo atta ye fanu makpo da aleka dolele kwatara batu eke mele du koma ayi amafiota nenampa wana matam ayi ejo atawa achanu kakabubu to hereke atam akpoguma wa ado ye kwalo gododo kponi hana dofa to hema kokona ye alaba amakoba abubuto kenufori ata aida US to come haida do yo hopo le meke o haya cho COVID-19 dolela mafo amakoba nano ga fuden ne ata odire gbata to come ba ho do yo da aleke do yo nu kuma vike o hiabo ko yo do e mala Ghana to come hana afa do yo hohota alaba kuda amanchia dukpola na dan ko ekufu ado nlo agbana na ganya jikpola fa padam to hoho ekenya afato Charles edu bohimbe wa awodode etefe abe ganya jikpola ene leimeke malio alo lefe magbanu awodode etefe yo doje shenebe wa awode saklo do de chade ke like gaji popa do fa wana leji awaje gbagba awode nene fa saklo do katanchi awodo adoju ananye ba ameke kpona doji alo ameke tefo do mdananye bo gbo otan awa konta de tine eyama lenya jajabu buma emekoba ejobi fiasa eto pele eko ome ato adeoson le ashantinu tu ome egba alebe wo edeje sheba le ejoba bibima emekoba fiasa to mo no fiasa ma hafio ayata jochila ike o yo chonu tu ome uva jochipa eya egba bo hafigere fiasa ome etanchi ejoa wo edeje sheba New Kajamu la fiasa ma aba ha ko no kla afofofo kla bubu kata lo instruments gede obi jo na maki ha akhoyo ke ajoabia amakoba ajobi amofo nu gede wala na fatafa ka wada je sheba tu baba amadaka ma achima ku aka anu gbele gede alagbegbe na maki ajochila da je sheba Yomanya no ikatutu ajuavio gakanu makuku bo achi nkwasu ma ajijua nika hanana fa ajobi biavea ada cheshi la gobuma amakoba suku tatona ipi college ikenya amekole amajofa nufiala ohefa koko fom na jidudu bawa akpere yonchi atu suku ho club bu na yo ba yo atam akpogbojuele yo fonu fiafia kpere nu sosro male kwaji la fanya no adaje shebe yo kwato ma suku ho ma sugbo no make suku vi omlo fa kpere nu fiala no fa ha ma alio aweba nu fiafia kpere nu sosro fudem na yo de aleke nu fiala ga da o male kwaji ye suku vi ha no fa ke wa ano asro no vazu agbata o abiabia ncho Rudu Bobo Ajagbagba Akpada Yonchi la Nanafa Guama Aha Akpada Yonchi atu suku ho suku vio no kwa no fiala no kwa ba yo ha yo tan akpo ma ayi ngola yo pa anu sosro ma ka o gbobo do suku ya fa blandra fo atoya ga ka ngo yara kama vamu ya ta jirudu na Akpada Yonchi kami ahodo mo chicho fiala na mi gbo mi ayiji Azami agana mi afa Africa nya jojoma emekobe Uganda wonu dropa gbebe ma adashi amado yokawo elele pajinu wi evama vaide campaign wo waikawo dajeche o campaign na aflaga chola Museveni Kenya aflaga chola na National Unity Party wa nanampa campaign alogubru donate wo ele wo dajeche ba amabla enevo asheke ye wole cho amaike ga kala nya jodroma le ponu jodroma ama ko boda shi ama wi eton chi o so sama black of asheke ama wi etoy ko da shi le nwa wo dajeche ba o ma da shi ngbo wa aite paji ara ko kabu nwa wa adita le Kampala Kenya Uganda fa to hojo mako la ama magba won ko ma agaira afi bubu adaka alaba wo adofa na oba wa hanu gadala bonwa Kenya ike wo charo nwenye bo wadaje sheba wo wonu gbagbara ko fito onchi o ma buwo ado ofo planu bubu gadada o eyawe ba o alawo kabla etofo asheke mamle wo daje sheba o kwanu fo alo nu iko wo asugbo alo alolo ya ta o ga poto kwanu adam bayo azronya IG alaba bonwa madamo alo madashi wonchi ba wado aida afi adaka la Uganda zukoma Let me get a South Africa to come South Africa to call ya ako alo ama achike Kenya COVID-19 achikenya AstraZeneca chike ke wadaje shebe anya chike ke ngusamala nwa watan awu COVID-19 dollar fa ye ike gara South Africa to come watan wa wiwa wadaje shebe yo amena Africa to come amle to UN alo Africa Union G lo kwanya no wadaje shebe achika ya va zu koma hana dodo gaka lanu makuku gadama di fiaba achika ma nsama languna apa do wona yo resusuma ta yo aji bubu ikanya Johnson & Johnson ayo ho hado doga alaba wadaje sheba haya yo amena Africa zu ko bubu ba ayoka o tamu awu dolela la zu koma nawa no waze wa awu dolela la zu koma nawo alaba wo fa la masanya jikpola odanya ya gbo ayo daje sheba South Africa zuko ejibe ya ho alo akpugboba ye ho agaike yeza akoko fle nana fa achika cho India zuko ma ya akpugbo ahu gama gaka yuma nya amoyekaji oto ahwede ko hareke oyata numa kukuklo dodola jibe amoyekaji yo ato ahu gama la zuko yoka yo achika ko gana shia yoto nana fa mo kataji aho nana fa ga lawoshi ka nu kpala befiu ayanye fieni apa gbenkeka wono yoka adomi agbo alebe nyame hivina mi ankenye chechom happy dara voter grants award ye edemagbena nyapa wona okata alebe wo nana nyami be gama debe ko alo amganu to na wa adda akpana mi nana make gama asube odo okata ikene o mane wa klene duko na kpo tawe mi do voter grants award wona anyi toke ba mi akwa deje shi duko ma vialo duma vi wonu tafa yoka amganu to domdango voter grants award the pride of the voter grants award egbona plejo je gbagba hana li plejo je gbagba na li plejo no ma ke mi le Facebook plan le YouTube je gbagba na share mi na like na share ba magara na kpo mi na ma ke ne be adojo plan mi nu se nu ne be awo yo mi le 0555 716212 0555 716212 ji ushanu ikene chikwa mi awagana o nkeka examen nanyona miakata